Hello guys, Saseni. I hope mmekuwa poa. I hope nyote mko fiti. You're watching Movie Review. I'm your host Katikati and the show is sponsored by NewsunplugKE. Stay tuned. Guys, mliona harusi yako the? Like unajua ile venye shiti na shina akisema Mungu umenibariki sana, barikia wengine. Sasa it's God. Bariki mimi, umebarikia wengine wote cause girl, like nilikuwa naona the outfits, although most of them watakuwa wamevaa according to the like outfits theme, yeah, the wedding, but it was nice. Akode had her, I think this was her 7th wedding and it was amazing. Nashanga, yani the parents wanakula tu dowry after dowry, like 1, 2, 3, like you need to tell us what you do cause I just loved it. Nilikuwa tu hapo na YouTube yangu nikiangalia wedding as if I was invited, of which I wasn't because I don't know if they know even I exist, but I loved it. I loved that she's a strong and bright and smart woman and she knows what she's doing and she's getting what she wants. Like it's just amazing to me. Then miliona crowning premiere ya Queen Charlotte, like enye akina Kate actress ndo alikuwa kwa hiyo event, walikuwa wametumiwa those certain boxes na Netflix, kuna some wine and maybe the outfits zenye wanafaa kuvaa to that day and it looked so good. Like napenda venye Kenyan wanafanya hizi premieres kulikuwa na nyingine ya Wakanda, kulikuwa na maybe ya launch ya beauty launch ya Rihanna. As in, I'm just loving the way Kenyans are progressing positively according to this events, these certain events zenye zina come up. See like onange premieres za movies majuu but huku Kenya bado tu ziko. So I'm really loving that and I just love the outfits. I love the people they invited. Like only invite watu na good vibes. Unaweza kuwa kuna party amazing but then watu wenye invite wanaenda na boisha everything. But I just love the posts I saw on Instagram because niliona from Instagram from one of my favorite couple. I just loved it. Naweza penda one day nikienda kufanya hivi ku premiere this movie, naweza penda mimi mwenyewe nikuwe hapo, at least I experience the premiere that is happening. So on this episode guys, sitakuwa nafanya anything different. Unajua hizo episodes zingine niliongelea kuhusu movies za kitambo, mostly ni za like out of country movies, but this time around nafanya movies za Kenya. Like the list nitawaambia leo itakuwa like mostly based on Kenyan movies, which is going to be amazing. And on that last episode tulikuwa tumeongea kuhusu Kill Box Soon, Murder Mystery 2, na The Magician's Elephant. And now on this episode I'm going to be talking about Christmas Love. I'll talk about Katikati, I'll talk about The Boy Who Harnessed the Wind, and many more. On the first movie I'm going to be reviewing inaitwa Christmas Love. From the title, najua si Christmas, but ini movie singeacha tu, like singekosa kuireview because like I said, naongela kuhusu Kenyan movies, so isingekosa, like wait until Christmas ifike. I just had to because it was just amazing. And one of the main characters alikuwa ngapo anaitwa Abel Motu. I think mnajua Abel Motu mwenye anapeana hizi stories, anakaa kwa setting, people just listen to him and the stories. Mkurugenzi, I think they call him that, or is that like a catchphrase anatumia kwa show yake? But I just love this guy. He's an amazing actor. It was released in 2021 and it was directed by Peter Kawa. So movie inaanzia with Abel Mutua being a single dad and the wife died, so he's a widower and amachona their child sasa, who's a daughter mwenye kwa shule. So naona the movie ilikuwa na center around him trying to struggle to be a good dad na pia with his career, because unapata it's just a lot to take in, because unaona say the wife ali pass on, so lazima ya take care of the child, lazima kuwe there for the child, ndio asikuwe like an absent parent. And I see the movie shows him struggling and trying to be a good father, of which he is a good father. He was like alikuwa na efforts, he had been there for the daughter. So I just love that about the movie. Nilipenda movie ilikuwa about faith, sentimental, and maybe movie na revolve around like religion, which was just captivating to me. Not most movies in unaonanga about like your religion and a sentimental kind of thing, like inakupa those good vibes and good feelings. So like, oh, that happened, oh, ile lovey-dovey. I just love the movie. Na pia walikosta na Grace Eric Chiapa, yeah, the wife to Pascal Tokodi. I think mnajua Pascal Tokodi from Disconnect, from a lot of many movies, because most of the movies in ucheza na like that ka player, that ka playboy, which is just nilipenda their acting scenes, nilipenda venye they are just an amazing duo in this acting, nilipenda venye venye walikuwa onyesha hiyo scene ya Abel Motua seeing the wife, but it was in his dream. Alikuwa na the wife anamuongelesha na mwambia God is here, God is love, God will always have a purpose for you and what not. I just love that. Nilipenda the scenes like wakiwa kwa gari wakienda home, ilikuwa two amazing shots. Like the cinematography in this movie was just good, and the script walitengeneza tu vizuri kabisa. In the ending where the kids are going to do their Christmas carols, walikuwa napata Ali mess up one of the, let me call them, to Manila papers zenye alikuwa ameshika ku show these certain words za Christmas and whatever. Nilipenda venye after yeke upside down ikaonyesha his was love, exactly the same thing the wife said. So I just love that they included that in the movie. I love that his reaction venye aliona akasoma akarealize, oh, this is what she meant. So it was just amazing. I loved it. Iko pale Netflix, mnafahamu na watch, na nilipenda sana, and I give it a 7 out of 10. On the other movie we'll be talking about inaitwa NaiRobbery. See Nairobi? NaiRobbery. It was released in 2021 and it was directed by Jennifer Gatero. Jennifer Gatero mwenye amedirect movie ni pia ameact kwa this movie. So that being said, as in unajua tu, like unajua napendanga venye unapatanga director ndio ame act in this movie. I just love it. I just love that their creativity, like I too in only directing, iko too pia in acting. So I just love movies zinakuanga hivyo. So obviously this one ilinibamba from there. Then it was the movie centered around the 6 university students nilikuwa mebado ya fundraising from the dean's office, which was 37 million. Imagine 37 million iko kwa ofisi ya dean. Unajua, as in from the way it started, mimi nilikuwa like, ni shule gani hiyo fundraising nafika 37 million?
He said he was going to leave the money in his office, pick it up in the morning. Look, we just get in, grab the money, get out. That's simple.
I had many questions, but like I said, ni fictional. It has not happened. It's a movie. But then hapo ilikuwa like questions. How? Huku Kenya fundraising to figure that 7 and near shule university. It was just something is fishy, something is very suspicious hapo. But I liked the idea that they had with this movie. Nilipenda all the characters, like there were 6 friends. Nilipenda each one of them had their character. Nilipenda one of these character mwenye alikuwa Mswahili, so Kiswahili chake kilikuwa tu kile kizuri. Alinibamba tu. Nilipenda her character. Nilipenda venye one of the kids that one of the guys alikuwa anasema ataka kuwa like a doctor akiwa mkubwa. Wanaongea kuhusu them trying to get this money so that they can support their family ama their mother. I just loved that they all had this passion, some like goals that they wanted to do in future. But also in this movie sikupenda venye like ilianzia na venye ilikuwa nasema ati they stole the money, then ati they were on the run. To me, mimi nilikuwa na expect on the run ikuwe like wanaonyesha wakienda kwa hii place. Unajua venye movies zinaonyesha nanga amena kwa hiyo hoteli, amena kakaa na familia nyingine because they are on the run, so they're running away wasishikwa na police. Then sikuona hiyo scene ya police. I expected to see hiyo scene ya wao being chased by the police, tuone hiyo scene ya this guy venye alishutiwa, tuone. I was expecting more of that on the run, ikuwe ni kama haste vizuri. So venye many haste kuna a lot of this thing that happened from kuna gun scene, kuna fight scene, kuna them going from here to here, them planning this whole thing. That is what I expected to see, but I did not see that in this movie. But it was nice, but pia si venye nilikuwa na expect. And also nilipenda one of the twists ikienda kuisha, like I didn't know 2 of them were lovers, as in they made the audience feel like apana, they're not interested in each other, they're interested in their other like guys, which was so like mind blowing. Sikuwa na expect you at all. Then also nilikuwa nashinda nikifikiria nani iko na hizo pesa. Is this guy? Is it this other guy? Is this huyu? Then kidogo pesa iko na nani? Mwenda we watch star maliza star ambia nani iko na hizo pesa. But I expected more from this, so I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10. Iko Netflix, but ilinibamba mimi. It was just good. The other movie we're talking about ni African Folktales reimagined, the nani Anyango and the Ogre. So just zile folktales za kitambo ulikuwa unaambiwa na shushu yako na kukaa mkiwa watoto mkienda ushago. Yeah, this is what I'm going to talk about now. Zile story ulikuwa unasikia kitambo, but then they have been made like ni kama they've been recreated ama like they have put it, they've been reimagined. So venye zilikuwa kitambo, maybe they're trying to add a little bit of space kidogo, but then how to differ from the previous ama original stories. So it was released in 2023 this year, and it was directed by Volin Ogutu. So a movie starring one of the cast, Sasani, Sarah Hassan. Seeing Sarah Hassan in any movie or in any film, unajua lazima tu itakuwa amazing because she's just an amazing actress. So missing her there, nilikuwa like bas, hii movie naweza kuona. Then mimi nikikumbuka zile story nilikuwa naamiana na shisho na kukaa maybe my auntie, my uncle mkenusha goes like I need to see this, nisikia kama nilikuwa nimeamiana nikiwa mdogo ama like is anything different, ama naona if I may change anything. And this movie nilipenda venye hata kama ni story wanaambia like to the viewers, but pia wanaongea kuhusu like things that are currently happening ama like they've been happening, but then sasa ni kama ka story. Unaona venye kitambo ilikuanga once upon a time there was this ogre, then there was this other girl, hivyo. So I just love when you like this kind of vibe in this movie. Nilipenda their scenes from them in that car movie Anyango and the ogre na sai like present time wakiwa kwa hii nyumba nini na pia nilipenda venye ilikuwa naongea kuhusu domestic violence. The husband was beaten up the wife, so that meant the husband was the ogre, then the wife ni Anyango, then sasa had 3 kids. So I just love that. Nilipenda one of the kids who ni their big brother, I'll have to protect his other 2 small siblings from them hearing whatever their parents are fighting about. And nilipenda alichukua hiyo character yake akasema yes, this is mine, na kaiportray venye inafaa. It was just amazing. I loved the shots, it was just mwah. Then napenda venye wali mention ama wali show like technology in African. Unajua unapatanga a lot of people they think that African does not have technology. So just love that they showed that in this whole film, and I just loved it. Iko Netflix na hata stambi tenelea aje, mnafahamu na mngocho mjue kama ni ile stories za folktales ze mlisikianga kitambo ama kama imechange ara kidogo. So I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. And with that, we'll go on a short commercial break. We'll be right back. Welcome back, guys. Kama uja subscribe, please subscribe kwa NewsunplugKE, watch hizo movies zote za nitakuwa naambia, na make sure muona videos zenye nitakuwa naongelea kuhusu kwa movie review. On the other movie nitakuwa naongea kuhusu inaitwa Katikati. Katikati was released in 2016 and it was directed by Mbithi Masia. Yeah, Mbithi Masia. I feel like that is a kamba. Yeah, Mbithi Masia. So movie venye inaanzia, hearing the word Katikati, of course Katikati inamaanisha in the middle, because that's Swahili, in the middle. But also nilikuwa na research kidogo na nika find out kuna other places naitwa Katikati. Here maybe in Kenya ama in other like international places there's an actual place called Katikati. So when this movie started, the first thing you notice ni the visuals. Unaona venye unaweza kwa scene unaona msee uko like wow, ameiva, their skin is flawless, they look so amazing, but then hapo behind the scenes unaangalia like that's not the same person, but then that's okay. Like if visuals zinafaa kuwa hivi in do not take like in the film, unajua unaweza angalia film unaweza distinguish visuals za this film and the other film. So this film nilipenda visuals zake zilikuwa like natural, like you could see the blackness, the African in this whole film. Nilipenda tu, ilikuwa tu it was just appealing to see.
Oh my God, I'm heartily sorry for offending you.
Where am I?
This is Katikati, and you're here because you're dead. You wake up hoping for paradise. This is what you get.
like they didn't try to whitewash ama they didn't try to like edit ama kufanya nini skin ikuwe smooth ama ikuwe more lighter. So I just love, that's the first thing I loved about this movie. Then nilipenda pia ulikuwa unaona different actors from maybe Disconnect and Rafiki and some even others are singers, wengine ni poets. I just love hii movie like watu wote hapo ndani. Na pia in all movies napendanga the diversityness in this. Unapata kuna Kamba, kuna Luo, kuna Luya, kuna Nigeria. And I just love venye movies zinafanyanga hivyo. It's just amazing to me. And also nilipenda the notion of this movie. Ama me Kenya nilifeel ni the main reason why the film was called Katikati, it was in between afterlife and the other life, if utenda heaven ama hell, if you even believe in heaven ama hell. If I felt that was the meaning of Katikati, because the main actor in this mwenye alifika huko alikuwa toka Leche. Kufika huko anaambiwa she's a ghost, she's dead. Then unaimagine ukiamka tu asubuhi you find other people just playing games, drinking, listening to music, then unafika hapo unaenda kuongelesha, then they tell you are dead. Of course the first thing is to run away. Then the fact that alikuwa anaenda kukimbia, then akagongwa na this, let me call it a force field, ndio ikamrudisha ndani. Ndio hapo ndio sasa vitu zinaanza sasa kubamba. As in I was like, oh, let me see what happened next. Then nilipenda the sarcasm, remember the humor in this movie, because they all knew after mwambia hao ni ghost itatake 1 2 3 akimbia end up kwa like force field kuendelea kuona. Then pia niliona their hands lianza ku turn white when they started to remember their past lives, because I think ukifika huko kuna time unasahau everything that happened, then slowly you remember. Then when you start remembering unaanza kuwa white and you start think una become an actual ghost, because yeah, all of them they're ghosts, but then after that ni utaendelea kujua, then maybe utaenda to the other place. Like I said, ni hapo katikati ni death na afterlife. Hapo tu you just uko hapo tu katikati, hapo kuna that ka gray area. And I love the acting skills. Nilipenda notion ya this one of the characters alikuwa pass on akiwa na nini gown ya university ya kugraduate, na pia ndio alikuanga nayo. So hiyo kitu linibamba, like is it true, like I started to think ni kweli like when you pass on utadili na nguo zenye uko nazo ama zenye utavalishwa. Like I don't know, what if you die when you wearing a booty shorts? As in you can imagine being a ghost walking around then kuna booty short hapo, and when you're unaonanga ghost wako like okay damn she's thick. I think nilianza kufikiria hizo stories niko okay, let me not dive into it kabisa, but it was just amazing. I just loved their acting scenes, na scenes zote nilizipenda tu, zote zilikuwa tu top. Na mwendelea mwenda muwatch, muniambie if mulipenda, if interpret something else, maybe that afterlife, your death na afterlife meant something else to you just come and tell me. Then pia malizia spoilia hii, mtajua if Kalechi aliendelea to the other place ama bado walibaki kama ghost akitry ku train the other people wenye walikuwa na come over to this. So I don't know, you go and watch it and then you go and tell me. Iko Netflix and I give it a 9 out of 10. It was just amazing. I just loved it. I did the music. It was amazing. Another movie I'll be talking about inaitwa The Morning After. Ukisikia The Morning After ama unafikiria nini? Is it the morning after something happened? Like is it the morning after kitu negative ika happen next? Ama is it the morning after kitu positive ika happen? It was released in 2020 and it was directed by Brian Monene. So the movie inaanzia with I felt nimesikia tu niwete civilians. 2 civilians waliingia kwa hii room wakiwa wamelewa, but then they were making out, so it was like kind of steamy and hot scenes. Naona wamepatana kwa club, then they live with each other nini. Then hapo kwa mlango the guy anaambia the girl ati roommate wake apenangi watu wakiwa wanapiga makelele, so they keep it down. Kidogo they make out nini, wanaenda kwa bedroom. Kufika kwa room asubuhi ndio jua alikuwa amkia asubuhi, dem atoke mapema before like hiyo asubuhi asionekane. Kaka kidogo roommate, and I put air quotes, roommate akaamka. So in the morning hiyo time ndio dem alikuwa nafaa atoke mapema ndio asishikwe na roommate wake. Kidogo kwenda kuangalia the guy after amke anapata nguo zao zenye aliacha hapo kwa mlango. So venye you don't even care whatever happens next as long as you get it on na mnajibamba. Anaangalia nje, nguo iko kwa hanging line. Ni roommate mgani wanaweza fua nguo? Kwani yako mzuri aje? So I was like, okay, let me see this roommate. Let's see what's going to happen next. and tuone kama like venye kutaenda venye to have to explain to this girl roommate mbona alifua nguo zake, tujue if they're actually dating, if they actually know each other, because inaweza kuwa like a one night stand thing, I mean inaweza kuwa like they were dating, I mean inaweza kuwa they were friends, and then later morning after like you don't know what to expect next. Na hata siwa spoili, mbona mjue roommate ni nani, mbona mjue whatever happened next. And one of the both of the actors, they are just amazing people. Like wanajua ku-act ni the likes of Charlie Karomi and akina Foi Wamboi, so you just know it's going to be amazing. Iko Netflix na napea an 8 out of 10. On the last movie I'll be talking about, it was The Boy Who Harnessed the Wind. From the title lenyewe nilifeel ni some Avatar type of thing. Unajua harnessing the wind. So nilikuwa dhani zile za as in they have some powers ama they're doing some spells ndio waweze kuita wind. So unajua kwa Avatar ni air, water, fire, blood bending and metal and whatever. So mimi after nisikia to the title I was like, is it the same? Is it like an African Avatar? So let's find out. It was released in 2019 and it was directed by Chiwetel Ejiofor. And this movie, like I said, from hearing the title, The Boy Who Harnessed the Wind, nilidhani ni vitu za Avatar, nilidhani ni ma movies, ma superpowers, ma spells or something of the sort. And actually this movie is based on a true story of this kid, 13-year-old kid alikuwa anaitwa William Kamkwamba. So when the movie starts, after niona nilikuwa nasema juni African, mimi nadhani ni zile stories za kitambo zenye kidogo kulikuwa na the handkerchief ilikuwa na fly ya kina Mama G, kidogo inakuangukia sijui inafanya nini, kidogo ule anko amefanywa kuku. So mimi kuona this thing nilidhani it's the same kind of thing, nilidhani ni Avatar sasa ya wachawi, sasa Avatar African, Avatar ya juju. That's what I thought. But then, like, will it be it? Will it be not? And also, nilipenda this film, one of the main character mwenye li act William Kamkwamba mwenye ni, it's based from a true story, alikuwa acted by this guy anaitwa Maxwell Simba ni from Kenya. Yeye alikuwa amesomea shule ya acting nini. Unaona venye mnapeanga assignments act, then pale kidogo tunakuja kuona venye mna act. Akaactive kidogo akachukuliwa, sasa akaenda tu Malawi play that kid. So I just love that Kenyan wanaendelea to progress in a positive manner in terms of their acting, their directing, their cinematography shots, their video editing. I just love everything about this progress yenye Kenya wanaendelea kwenda. Then kulikuwa na more other actors kwa this The Boy Who Harnessed the Wind, akina Raymond Wafula and other Kenyan actors another Kenyan actors. So in this movie nilipenda venye ilikuwa zile vibes za kitambo venye kulikuanga, venye kitambo atakuwa na masimu, so ilipeana zile vibes za venye history kitambo kulikuwa. Nilipenda tu venye the mothers and the child, the mother and the daughter, like sasa the mother and sister wa William walikuwa na try to connect. Nilipenda pia venye their names, unajua kuna names zingine unasikianga kwa like jina ni ya kitambo hivyo. So they really like needed to put this there. Then pia nilipenda venye walikuwa wanaongea kuhusu climate, politics, walikuwa wanaongea kuhusu the importance of education na venye deforestation can like kill all the can make the climate bad and kill all the crops and plants and everything and make the rain go away. I just loved like hizo things in this movie, but then they did it in a very cool way. Then nilipenda venye William alikuwa anakuanga nako kadogi fulani kalikuwa anashina kakimfuata every single time. Me, I'm a dog person, so seeing that I was like, oh my god, dog inamfuata like the best friend hadi akiwa shule inamgoja tu hapo nje. Like that was just amazing, just love that. Then nilipenda tu venye alikuwa anachukua food yake hata kama they were eating little food ndio waweze kupata their kesho, anapea the dog. So I just loved it. I just love the movies. I love their accents because hata si wote wa Malawi, but pia they portrayed the accents in a very amazing manner. Like I just loved I loved it. I loved it kabisa. And like I said, it's African, so inanipa ile motivation. It was an inspiring movie that I really enjoyed. Neko Netflix, mwende watch, mwende mjue what happened next, like mjue if aliweza kutengeneza hiyo windmill, because hiyo ndio ilikuwa the true story based on something he actually did. And then utaona them niambie venye kiliendelea. And I've watched it twice. I can even watch it that time because it was that good. When I say it was that good, it was that good. And that is all we had for today, guys. Don't forget to watch, like, share, subscribe to all our social media platforms and NewsunplugKE. Bye.